You, Dahl, and you burst from the cavern entrance. And what you see is the two men you left behind, Harding and Eric. Roll 20 sided.
9.
You see that only Harding is left. And he is king, and there is a huge group of orcs, like maybe 15 of them. And they're fighting him. They are killing the horses. And they're just basically have set upon everything. It's actually a little frightening to see these orcs killing these horses for no reason other than they are living things that need to die.
My drum! I charge it.
Roll 20-sided fate.
20. Not a nat 20, dirty 20.
He blows past everybody, launches, cuts the vertebrae at the back of the neck of one of the orcs who just drops like a sack of potatoes, rolls and comes up on the other side of them. They both turn to look, some at you, some at the rest of you who are emerging out of the cavern entrance. You come out, Dahl is between you. Whoa! He swings at the one right in front of him. There's two by you, one close, one a little bit further away. There's actually 5 on your side, but they're spaced out. Most of them are killing horses, but they're looking up. There's also one at you. Roll 20. Roll 20.
Are there any weapons
roll 20.
on horses that I could grab instead of just dagger? An extra sword or
There's quivers, but
nothing?
13.
Or I can grab it out of Eric's dead hand? 8.
I like nat ones. You burst out and you see them. It was bound to happen. This is the worst, most uneven footing, and the fact that somebody hasn't eaten it is a minor miracle. But right now, you do.
You trip and I go
As you go down, the orc jumps on you with his sword. I mean, just like he jumps and comes down with the sword. Roll 20-sided again.
In a last-ditch effort, I tried to shield myself, cover myself with the shield. 13.
He comes down and you turn. His sword goes off your armor, but he's on top of you. Mm-hmm. He immediately lets go of the sword and grabs for a knife as his hand goes into your helmet with claws. Roll 20. This is to see if he finds an eye.
And I'm screaming, ah! Or,
You just lost it.
just like
Found it.
my ball!
He claws you. You take one to the head. It's nowhere near your eye. He goes for but you turn your head and you realize his head is turned because he's having a hard time finding a knife. You have just a respite. 1, 2,
I grab the knife
3.
off of him and I stab.
You try to grab his knife. Roll 20-sided.
10.
You just roll double ones. You grab his knife.
And
And he sees that. You try to stab, and he's going to grab it, but I'll give you one free shot. You stab down, but the other orc is coming forward. If you don't stab this guy, there's going to be 2 on you, and you're on the ground.
13.
You stab him. The only thing is the other orc has come up.
Okay.
Roll 20-sided.
I try to disperse them. I punch them with a wind or something.
Oof. 5.
I like these rolls. Roll 20-sided.
2.
I love these rolls. You come forward and you see 5 of them, but they're spaced out.
Yeah.
You come in and swing, and it's like the guy has practiced blocking that move a million times. He just goes, ching, woof, and comes back with the perfect blow. He's at +4. It just surprises the hell out of you. Bam! He hits you right in the head.
My screaming starts to turn into shrieking, and I drop my sword. And I'm like, "Get him off of me! Get him off!"
Is there a live horse near?
You take 17 to the head.
Ooh.
Now your helmet takes 20.
Oh shit!
But he rings your bell, okay? He knocks you to the ground, but you're totally unhurt. On one knee, he comes in and just sends his knee up into your chin as you go in. The thing is that both of you are at pluses. He is going into your sword and you are going into his knee. Roll 20
Can I
side.
do a shield for them?
Roll 20.
2.
Both of you, actually you hit him, but the sword glances off his armor. His knee goes like this, and he just tumbles over you. But then another one is running up. So there's one behind you. You don't know what he's doing, but one is running up like this, and you have no choice. Interesting move. I'll give you +1 for inventiveness. Roll 20 side. You go like that, but then you're engaged from the front. Roll 20, roll 20.
Nat.
4.
Roll again.
That one.
You are running, and all of a sudden, you're actually behind everybody. Phew! And some have turned towards you. In fact, half of them have turned towards you. Okay, and you're like, uh-oh. And you're in the open. This is not a tunnel, okay? So it's like they can go 360 around you. The only thing is, all of a sudden, you have the weirdest feeling. It's almost like your body is water. There's just like a shimmer to you. In fact, the orcs just kind of stop. And then they charge. You're just moving differently. In fact, your defense is a +4. So when I tell you to roll when somebody's swinging at you, you're going to add 4. And it's just your body is moving weirdly and differently, and like there's joints in you where there wasn't before. It's the strangest thing that's ever happened to you. You can put down elemental mastery experience, and you're at 19 for watery defense.
I start swinging through.
Roll 20-sided as you swing.
Nat 20. Nice. Swing. It's
like
Kill
you
them.
come in and you see like 3 blades coming down on you, and you just go whack, and you take out a guy and you step forward and turn, and it's like they haven't even turned yet, and you just see 2 orcs' backs, and you go whoosh, whoosh. Roll 20-sided. You get hot. You've just taken out 3 guys. Whoosh, whoosh. You've just taken out 3 guys. There's literally no one around you, but there's orcs over here and orcs over here. Roll 20, roll 20. You are in the hurt locker.
Yes.
You are not.
Throw my dagger at the one of them.
19.
Roll 20-sided.
And then I pick up one of the swords of the orcs that's 7. That's on the ground.
You are struggling with there's a dead orc on top of you,
Yeah.
but then there's another orc who has joined the dog pile. You know what I'm saying?
Panicking. I'm not in control of myself. I'm trying to wipe blood out of my face. One hand is blocked with a magic gauntlet at the other. I'm like,
The orc tries to grab your gauntlet. Roll 20-sided.
8.
He does so, and it's like there's a part of you that's just like you feel almost emasculated, because this is your hand, your power, your house, your item, and he's grabbed your wrist, and whatever this gauntlet gives you, it is not strength. Okay, so he has grabbed it, and you're like, no!
I run to his aid.
We're back in time a little bit.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, he grabs it. He tries to go. He drops his sword and tries to grab for a knife. You're like at that close quarters type of thing.
I bring my other hand up.
You bring your other hand up. Unfortunately, this is not your gauntlet hand. Roll 20-sided. You need a good number.
10.
That is not a good number.
Ah!
He comes down. I want you to roll 20-sided one more time, because you have openings all up here.
7.
You take 6 to the face. Okay. Your helmet blocks only part of it. It careens off. You're open like this. It careens off one part and then sinks into your cheek and opens up your nasal passages. And when I tell you there is blood everywhere, going down your throat, going out your nose, you are now at minuses. However many pluses he's at, those are your minuses. You are still alive, and he brings the knife back up.
Yeah, I'm coughing, I'm sputtering, and I take every ounce of energy I have and rock my feet back to try and throw him off me backwards.
At the sight of blood, he goes into a frenzy. If you think orcs were frightening normal, a frenzy is like a bloodlust. And you just this
I cast
animal
the spell
rage. Roll 20-sided as he comes back. You're gonna want a good number here. Roll
11.
20-sided.
Come on. 9.
He comes down. It's all about his luck at this moment. It hits your helmet at almost the same point, but then goes this way. You understand what I'm saying? So it just careens off the helmet, and he comes back and tries it again. Roll 20-sided.
Okay. I'm just trying to get out of the way. I'm trying to throw him off. Roll 4.
No, I try to do a spell again. For you.
Roll 20-sided.
15.
As you go for a spell, you see Calum step forward, and he kicks your guy in the head. The only thing is this guy's wearing a helmet and Caleb is in pretty much sandals. And you hear him go, and he steps back. But he's given you the slightest respite at his own expense. I'm going to give you one more roll.
I try to roll over and gain a position on him or on the top of him. Net 20.
There you go. There it is.
Boom! The guy goes up. He has his hand on your gauntlet. You use it to throw him off. You stand up, you grab your sword, and you come down, and you whoosh! You kill him, but there's orcs coming everywhere. You swing wide, and you hit 2 of them, and they drop back.
I'm just in a
You
rage.
are
I'm
free.
yelling, blood is spraying from the mouth. I'm just flailing.
Roll 20-sided one more time. If you pop this, good things will happen.
9.
No good things for you. Roll 20-sided.
So the ones in the front are on.
11.
You are fighting with your guys. You are hand to hand with 2 that have come up, and they've kind of forced you up against the wall. But you can. Your instinct is to swing wide to get them out of the way.
Okay. I'll do it.
Roll 20. You swing wide, and you miss both of them. One of them almost tackles you, but the wall's right there, so he comes in, boom, like this, and forces you up against the wall. Oh! You don't drop your sword, but the guy... You come up with the sword, but at the same time, this guy comes down with his. Roll 20-sided.
23.
You lock him up. That's what the dirty 20 gets you. You lock him up. He just pulls his sword back, moves yours out of the way, and comes back, and he's going to try to cut your head off.
I want to turn the guy
Woof.
into him so he hits him instead.
Roll 20-sided. The guy who's below you is a little off balance.
14.
You manage to maneuver the guy who's here out of the way. You can't push him into the other guy. But what's happened is now you are kind of actually facing the cavern entrance. There's 2 guys in front of you, but there's others coming behind, and you realize that this is trouble. Roll 20-sided one more time.
Can I disperse the wind to keep the other guys further from him?
Roll 20-sided. You've been taking off these spell points, right?
Yeah. 4.
How many do you have left?
11.
Roll 20.
14.
You are there, and you see Dal is fighting, you see Eric is fighting, you see Rack is fighting. These guys are off to the sides by the cavern entrance, and they look like they're in huge trouble. You're right there. 3, 2,
I grab my
1.
sword and I charge after the guy that is attacking him.
You charge. He would be... You're facing this way. He would be this way. So you charge. The only thing is there's a couple orcs over here. You're going to have to get through 2 guys before you get to him.
Okay.
You launch into them and swing. Roll 20-sided.
17.
You cut him down and then go for the second guy. He swings at
I
you.
dodge.
You easily dodge it and come down.
8.
Unfortunately, he locks you up. Ching! That means moments are passing. That means bad things for him. You come up and you swing again. He brings up his shield and tries to go low.
I go to dodge, which would be a 10.
He misses you wide, but then tries to swing up forward, but you miss him. You come down again.
3.
He locks you up and then headbutts you. Roll 20-sided.
As he does that, 6. When he does that, I fall back.
You take 4 to the head when he headbutts you, and your nose just explodes. He's broken, your nose, there's blood everywhere. But the thing is that when you get your nose broken in a fight, you're out. You go out, okay? And you hit the ground, which wakes you back up, but you're on the ground to wake up to see a sword coming down on you. Roll 20-sided.
Dodge. 18.
You easily dodge, and he is way off balance. You realize if you stab up, you're a +2. Roll 20-sided.
12.
You hit him, roll damage, 10-sided.
3.
Okay, it just glances off his armor, all right? And you're in it. You've got bigger problems.
Yeah, bigger.
For Danis, roll 20-sided.
7.
You get ganked. The absolute worst thing that could happen is just getting rushed from all sides because it's just like you don't quite know what to do. You come forward like this, but the thing is, before you even get the swing off, you just get hit from all sides and go down. And there is just a huge scrum, a pile, as they bring you down.
Can I
His-
fire flame? Oh, the fire fan.
Roll 20-sided.
Like 10.
This might be your life. Roll 20-sided.
Natural.
Ooh.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's like. Yes.
You did say might be,
Yes.
to which it is not.
You start fighting for your life. All of your instincts come into play. You are a menace the closer anybody gets to you. Everything these orcs do is just like you have an instinct to keep hands away from knives, to keep hands away from your face, to push them away at the right. It's like they thought they had you 5-on-1. All of a sudden you're in a dog pile where they can't do anything against you. And it's going to hold like that for one moment. You better hope something breaks in the rest of the fight. Roll 20.
So I'm looking around for a horse, and I want to get on the horse. And if you let me do that, I have a specific.
That's like a straight up 20 in combat for this character.
So I mount my horse with whatever horse is closest to me.
You look around and you look up to see a horse trotting towards you and you just hop on it. It's like you both were in sync and the horse is like, oh, my master. In fact, it is your horse.
I'm adjusting
Okay.
the saddle. I'm feeling.
In fact, it is the last horse that is remaining that is unhurt.
So I flourish my sword. I go for the first orc nearest my feet and just chop him down.
You are a knight. You are trained to fight on horseback with a sword. Roll 20-sided.
18, 19.
Nice.
Woof! You go to the next one. Woof! Roll 20-sided.
20. Damn! 20.
Woof!
Whoa.
Woof! 2 more go down. You move on to the next. Roll 20-sided.
6.
This one locks you up, but you've killed 3. And the truth is, you've gotten the attention of everybody on your side. You have a huge advantage on these guys. You are in an armored warhorse, okay? That means a lot. Roll 20-sided.
7.
You are fighting tooth and nail with this guy. He blasts you with the gauntlet, or at least tries to. Roll 20-sided.
16.
You barely miss a blow to your head that would have just brained you. And he's just angry. Goes for a knife.
I try to just stab him straight through his mouth when he goes,
Do it.
6.
Goosh! You both grab hold of each other and fall to the ground. He tries to get on top of you by swinging a leg over. Roll 20.
11. Wait, is this a defensive roll?
This is a defensive roll.
14. Good. 14.
You barely manage to stop him, but you're still kind of side by side on the ground. He gives it up, but grabs a knife. Goes down into your face.
23.
Damn.
You dodge it. He goes like this. The knife comes out of his hand.
I grab the knife and try to stab him like that.
Roll 20-sided. Add +1.
17.
You grab the knife, and you just, instead of doing a strength move, you do like a finesse move. You put it inside of his helmet, and then sunk like this, and it goes into his skull from the nasal hole. Thunk! And he is dead. You burst up with your knife, and right in front of you, you see this pile of bodies on top of you.
I run full speed and just drop a shoulder and try to hit as many of them off as I can.
Roll 20-sided, roll 20-sided.
12.
18.
You see him, whoa, boom! He launches into this pile of bodies and manages to knock it over. The thing is that he's in no shape to do much of anything, but you can get up. He gets up, but now you're in the scrum. Roll 20-sided. They're in just a pile in front of you.
I was shot and stabbed as much as I can.
Roll 20, roll 20.
15 or 18, depending on if it's defensive or not.
He misses. You stand up and swing. You hit one, but it doesn't go through his armor. But now they're kind of getting up. There's two in front of you. They go forward, both kind of at the same level.
I go to try to dodge them, but direct them towards each other so they kind of at least bonk heads.
I try to cast a shield for both of them.
15.
He already is wearing one of your shields. Roll 20 sided.
9.
Scratch off a spell.
Oh, shit.
Both of them are coming forward like they move too fast and they're both off balance. So it's easier for you to do that, and they do bonk into each other and fall. They haven't taken any damage, but both of them are literally on the ground in front of you.
I go to stab the one further from me with this while I try to stab the one closer like this.
This is a finesse move. They're on the ground, so all of your bonuses, they cancel out. So this is going to be a straight roll.
4.
You're on top. You come in. You miss both of them, but now you're on top of two orcs who spin and immediately grab hold of you. That's bad. Roll 20 sided.
I spit my bloody saliva into the eye of the one on my right to try to stab him at the same time.
All right, Fate. You swing. You take one out. He falls wounded and crawls away. There's plenty in front of you.
I'm gonna try to get some off of him.
Roll 20 sided one more time. This may be, if you get hot, you'll be able to do it.
5.
And I use my sword, so
Nice
you're
one.
jumping from one end.
You give up on your magic and jump in. Roll 20 sided.
19.
You jump in, barely miss a sword stroke, draw back, and then swing. You're going to need a good number, but you're in a good position. Roll 20 sided.
5.
You come in, it just careens right off of his armor, and you're just like, I am no good at this. In fact, you think you hit him with maybe the flat of the sword. It just, heat of the moment, it's really hard to hit somebody with the edge of the sword, believe it or not. Bang! You hit him with the flat, you come back, and you can try again in a moment, but not right now. Roll 20 sided one more time. You too, roll 20 sided.
Is it defensive, offensive, flat?
Flat.
4.
That's 6.
Okay, you are not there yet. You are fighting tooth and nail. There's two in front of you. One of them goes high for your face. The other one is going low for your leg. It's a bad combination. You want to get hot, but you are who you are. The spells that are on you are on you.
That one.
Mm-mm.
Wait.
Oh, I have a combat reroll actually.
Do I have a combat reroll? I don't. I have it, man. I'll use it for. I'm looking for.
Lucky boy.
7. Flat 7.
Could have been worse.
Could have been in that one.
Both of them hit, but they're both weak blows. It just careen right off your chain and your helmet, respectively. They go back, but they have to come back. You can come in.
As soon as he goes back, I just try to stab the one with my sword.
Roll 20 sided.
7.
You come in and miss. Both of them come down again.
I try to dodge. 12.
You do, but only because of everything that's going on. The two orcs kind of draw back and they're just bewildered. They don't know quite what's happening. It buys you a respite. Roll one time, roll one time, roll one time.
I try to do a spin.
19.
Low. Take out all 4 of their legs at the same time. A full 360 spin slice motion at their
All right, this is something that you could do at 10th level.
Oh no.
You're at first, so you're probably going to really you-know-what yourself. But who knows? Maybe you'll get a natural 20. Roll 20 sided. Jackpot game.
4.
19.
19.
They are going to have clean shots on you. You go for the blow. You realize that you just don't have the training and experience to pull it off. You're like, ugh, this is not going the way that I saw it in my mind. And you just see 2 swords coming down and you roll 20
I
sided.
see him faltering, and I just fucking let out a gut and get.
I try to block and dodge. 9.
I step in to help him. I use the sword and
Go ahead.
hit the head of whoever's top of it.
Everybody roll 20. And I'll let you roll, but you're not rolling for yourself.
Okay, 6.
7.
12. Flat 17. So
Roll
Callum
one. Beat it.
finally came through.
11.
You get racked. You take 11 to the chest. Anything go through?
1 damage goes through, so I
Okay.
get pierced into my chest.
You have so much adrenaline that it's okay. You withstand the blow, but the thing is that when you get hit, it's throwing you off balance. They get free strikes on you again. Roll
Can
20.
I, with my dodging ability and shield, can I try to just do a somersault backwards? Just use that momentum to continue back so they can't swing on me?
Roll 20.
See,
You're gonna need a good number.
18.
You fall back. One of them is gonna just decapitate you. You barely miss it. And you fall to the ground. The only thing is, now you're on the ground and there's 2 in front of you. Everybody roll 20-sided one more time.
Flat 13.
10.
While on the ground, I hold the sword like this in case they try to jump on me. They'll jump right on me.
Boom! You fall back. Ah! You see one of them, his head leaves his body. The other orc turns and starts to fight Dal. Dal just saved your life. Ching, 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 ching.
Songs will be written about you.
You jump up. Woof. Roll 20-sided.
Nat 20.
Songs will be written of you. Thump. And you think of it just then. Thump. And that orc dies. Everybody roll 20-sided.
7.
1.
2.
It's a leaner. It's gonna be a little bit.
Don't have to. Can you guys be saving us all?
You gonna keep it?
I like this.
Man, I know.
Wow. 18.
Oh,
That's a little better. You think you made a fatal mistake, and you're like, oh no. But then you bring your sword down and parry it at the absolute last possible second. And you're just like, oh. But the thing is that you're in no position to do anything else. And you're like, what am I going to do? There's just too many of them. And then this guy just folds. And you see a war horse in front of you with him. And he has carved his way through these orcs to you. And there is one left. And this one orc throws down his sword and bolts off to this side. Bam, like this. And your horse actually rears up when he does that. And this guy escapes into the foliage. He's gone. All right. But all of you are alive. Everyone roll 20-sided.
19.
18.
13.
You're a mess. You're really hurting.
Blood dripping down my face.
You're hurt, but not as bad. Okay? Actually, the priest, Calum, is like walking with a limp. Alright? But Calum saved your life, so it's like you're not going to accuse him of being pathetic. You're surprisingly okay, and in fact, when you get up, you just have this feeling that you feel like a honey badger that just went up against 2 lions, and they were grabbing you by the throat and couldn't do anything. You're just like, okay, more orcs. You are just utterly frustrated with yourself. It's like 1 minute you feel like you are one of the gods, and the next minute you feel like you're an infant. It's like it's either one of the two, and you are just frustrated, and it's like you find yourself tearing. You're just like, I mean, you are a tower-trained mage who's trying to kill people with a sword and couldn't even manage to do that. And you're just like crying. But all of you are there. Dahl is all right. Eric is okay. Harding is dead. And all of you just kind of look at each other and you realize that there's only one horse, and that's his. And your horse is fine.
What's
All the
weight
other horses are
capacity on
dead.
that thing?
With armor and everything, it's only
Okay.
strong enough for me.
Now I have the bad news. Are you ready?
The drum broke.
It is night. That means that this was no respite. The outside is like in the tunnel, except not constricted. Does that make sense?
And the werewolves.
Dahl turns and he looks at the tunnel entrance, and you just see this look as he looks at the sky and then looks at the tunnel. You just, for a moment, you see this helpless look on his face like, what do I do?
I put on the light using my staff.
How far are we from
the light?
It has been up, and
Stop.
the worst that happens is you plant the staff in the ground or it falls, but the light is always there.
I sprint to a horse and grab a quiver, fresh quiver of arrows.
You grab a quiver. Rax looks at you and does the same. You do the same. You guys are up to 12 arrows.
I go over to Kalen, I take out my helmet and say, Kalen, how bad is it?
He looks at you and he puts his hand on your face. Roll 20 sided.
16.
He says, we'll survive this.
Let me know.
Thanks, kid.
And I grab a bigger sword. It's too small. Buddy.
There are plenty of swords, and you grab one. You grab an iron sword.
I know we just got out of that skirmish and we all want to catch our breath, but we can't waste time out here out in the open, especially now that night's falling and we're a man down. My best idea is we go back into the cave where we can find a choke point and guard ourselves.
You've lost your mind.
I'm tired.
If you lost your mind, they'll be plowing out of the cave after us towards this direction anyway. At least in the open countryside, we have enough room to scatter.
Can they climb trees?
How far is the mountain from us?
The mountain is due east. All right, and you're in the foothills of it.
So is the village closer or the mountain? So we're at the foothills, so we're closer.
Yes. Dahl says, enough. We need to run. We need to go. Who can't run?
Callum's toe is broken.
Callum says,
It's limping.
if I can't run, leave me behind. Nev says, I can run. I'll help him as much as I can. I'm useless in a fight. And Nev puts his hand around Caleb, just takes Caleb's hand and puts him around his shoulder and says, and Dahl says, all right, let's go. Dahl takes off. Just he's in full armor. He's not moving fast, but he's moving as fast as he can considering the fact he's utterly exhausted.
Dahl, where are you going?
Back to the village.
The closest thing.
And the thing is that the village is hours away by horseback. Not that these mildly trotting horses were moving faster than you guys are at a sprint, but it's hours.
But it's dark.
Dahl, you think
And
it's
it's
bad
dark.
in the cave? It's whatever's out there is going to rip you apart and you won't even see it coming. There's werewolves out here and God knows what else. Ogres, orcs. Our best chance is to be walled in where we can see it coming and defend ourselves.
Roll 20 sided.
In the cave.
Cave is not going to get you walled in.
When you start talking, the people that were moving towards Dahl kind of slow down. Like you have imposed your will on the party.
That cave is oblivion.
Dahl stops running when the light runs out. Like he encounters pitch blackness and his eyes are accustomed to a little bit more light. And he just realizes that you guys right now are in the middle of the forest. Like it's forest before the road, as you recall. He's like, I mean, if he moved faster, he could poke out his eye with a branch.
Guys, I know it sounds crazy, but we cleared that entire tunnel all the way to the ledge where we saw the pigs.
Everybody roll 20 sided. This is important.
We cleared the mouth of the tunnel. There's much, much more in there.
15.
19.
Dahl turns. Everything's quiet except for you got your breathing, the horse. Everything's quiet for now. Dahl turns. He says, look, there might be more entrances. This one was found by mistake. Did you see all of the pigs? We have no idea what's in there. He's right.
Yes, and that is my point. We know where the pigs are. And they make a lot of noise. They're smelly, yes. But we could hide amongst the pigs until we regroup.
Nice speech. Everybody roll 20 sided one more time. I'll give you a fate for it.
What's my estimation, just from my skills and my knowledge? Like that thing, is it possible that he's got a point, or is it such... The other thing is we don't even know their senses. You know, they could have the ability to sense tremors. There was other creatures we didn't know about. There's multiple tunnels. Like, what's my sensibility about it?
Your sensibilities is exactly what you said. The fact that there's tons of pigs freaks you out. The fact that there's a werewolf running around freaks you out. None of this is good. Caves are not good. Night is not good. None of this is good. Okay, all of your instincts are mayday, mayday, mayday.
How long can you cloak us,
Get
Marlena?
If we run into an evil.
In fact,
then
roll
we will-
20-sided because of all the stuff that you've been through. Roll a 1.
14.
You are cloak tolerant. There's vestiges left. You would have to renew it, and the thing is that how things are right now, to renew it is going to take a minor miracle, because it's taken a minor miracle for you to do everything. Does you understand? Like, so it's like a 19 on the die to do this again. It's fast running it.
that cave is oblivion. It's the fastest recipe for death for us. Right now, we need to move. We need help. So someone who has a horse, there's one horse. Using a horse slowly is not going to help anybody. Take off, go to the village, let them know. Perhaps help can get in time before we all die, and we can hunker down somewhere.
Listen,
Dal steps forward. He says, "Look, I think we are as good as dead. We have one horse. It makes sense that the most valuable amongst us get away. As far as I'm concerned, it's her and someone else."
Callum.
guys, we are not splitting up. Look, I respect your skills as a scout and a tracker, and you've led us this far. Your knowledge has been invaluable. But when it comes to strategy and tactics, I've trained for this. Dahl is trained for this. We do not split up the party. We do not go alone.
Dal, roll 20-sided.
People in every city will weep or die. I'd like to go with it.
Dal turns to you and he just, what did you say?
I said people in every city will weep if I die. I want to go with her.
You may end up in a pine box.
Dal
as well.
turns to you, and he there's just this look of resignation, and he points his sword at you, but it's not offensive. It's just he's pointing at you, and he has a sword in his hand, and he says, "I ask you this, noble of Andrad. Do you give up your horse or not?"
Climb down off my horse and say, a horse or not, this changes nothing. One of you can take the horse for all I care, but you'll never make it back to the village alive. Not while there are werewolves and orcs prowling around in the dark.
Do you not know that? It
Dal says,
villages we do not
"You
have.
on that fornicating horse now."
No, I have to stay with you guys. I don't agree to splitting up.
Someone has to go to the village.
He turns to Caleb and he says, "On the horse." And Caleb looks at all of you, and he's especially her. In fact, he only looks at you, and he shakes his head. And then he laughs and he throws up his hand. He says, "You on the horse."
I'll get on the horse, but I can't see anything.
And he goes, "As best you can, to the village."
Vardanis gets angry. He says, "You're all being selfish. You're forgetting about the entire village of that. The small people may not mean much to you, but there are people from this land. And they will die as well for whatever comes after us that'll go there. Warn them, get help. The rest of us can fend for ourselves. And if not, so be it."
He speaks truth. Warn the village, and then keep riding and warn Andrad. Bring everything you have here. This is an army, or it might be. It's enough to sack that village. Do you understand?
I do.
Go now.
Do you think we need more soldiers?
Enough, go.
I go.
And you have no idea how you're gonna do this. You actually don't get on the horse. You just put your hand like this over your eyes, and you pull your horse into the brambles. It's a war horse. Roll 20-sided.
I also load my drum before I leave. 6.
Roll 20-sided.
30 20.
Your horse looks at you, and it's a war horse, and it's connected to you. It's not, he could pull it all at once. The horse will probably just end up hitting with the hoof and knocking him out. But your horse looks at you like,
Yeah.
send me into battle or send me away. But this is you.
I bring it close and
You are its master.
and reassure it, and I whisper something in its ear, and then turn it around and give it a pat on the butt.
He does that, and you see this warhorse who wasn't going anywhere suddenly tugs you on the way through the forest. And you move ahead of it, crash, 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 crash. You realize that even if they're going to have to fight off these bad guys for a while for them not to just hear you as you go, but you make your way as fast as you can. Roll 20 sided.
That one.
And you move away.
Yeah.
Is that a story reroll?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Right, story reroll.
And that's your one story reroll. Roll 20 sided.
13.
Slightly better. You move away. Dahl turns to the rest of you. Actually, you know what he says? He says, Nev, go with him. And Nev, he kind of, Nev, now. And Nev says, help me up on the horse. And Nev tries to get on the, but Nev is like, he can't hold the sword.
I help
right? You guys help him on the horse, and Nev just, he doesn't, like, if he's standing like this, he's just going to get hit by branches. So he just goes like this against the saddle because he can't see anything, and off you go. Nev and you have left. The rest of you roll 20 sided.
There's no torch on the horse.
14.
You could stop to light a torch if you wanted to.
14.
I do stuff.
15.
You stop to light a torch. So roll 20 to see if this is an especially long thing to do.
7.
Okay, so you've stopped to light a torch. The rest of you, Dahl, he has this look of resignation on his face, and he turns and he looks and he sees you like bending down and trying to light a torch, and he just shakes his head. And he looks at the cave entrance. At least I die in good company.
You're not dead yet.
Dahl, you are a knight of Andrad. Have you so little faith in our mission? Have you so little faith in yourself?
You said precisely the right thing to him. And he looks at you and he nods. And he takes 2 steps forward. And he goes, there might be archers that come out now. Do you understand? You need to move to one side so they don't hit you. Yes?
I look
Yeah.
with my knowledge of some of these creatures, the geography, all that, where are places they're less likely to go, or something they're afraid of, or an area they don't want to be in?
And I percept what side they're coming from.
Both of you roll 20 sided.
It's not combat. Let me give it to me.
Oh shit,
Okay. You pause. And then you range out. And your cloak still holds barely. You realize that anything of any power that's out there knows you're around. They just don't know exactly where. That's how little your cloak is holding. They sense you, but just not exactly where. And forces are closing in. You sense 5 things. 2 of them are familiar. Him and a priest. And both of them wane. Both of them are dim lights. There are 2 much stronger lights. There is an abomination of fury, hate, destruction. It comes, and it is cunning and smart and willful, and it only wishes to tear all of you limb from limb. And it comes, and it almost senses you and says, yes, I come. But there's something else out there, something of even different power, and in some respects greater, but it is too wily and smart to let itself know. You sense it, and it comes as well. And you sense great darkness approaching. Their minions, the orcs, which are just at the periphery of everything. But you also sense the mountain. And you just say to yourself, they come. In fact, you say it out loud. They come.
It's much bigger than we can ever imagine.
What's coming?
Much bigger. Very large. I can't really tell you what it is, but it's huge and it's dark. And
Where's
it's
it
much
coming?
more powerful.
Where's it coming from?
I don't know, but I sense it.
Is it coming from the mountain?
You do know where it's coming from. You do know where it's coming from. It's coming from there. And there is this cavern mouth.
The mountain. We must go to the mountain.
You know that is not
That's a good idea.
wise. That is not wise. Whatever the hell is coming at you is dwarfed by the power in that mountain. And you know the power in that mountain is utterly indifferent to you.
But what's coming is much stronger, much stronger than you can imagine. It's coming from there.
All of you roll 20 sided. Actually, you two. All of you roll 20 sided.
20.
Loaded.
Judy?
All right, I have a very important question for you. Do you want that to apply now, or do you want to bank it? I probably would have to. All of you stop. And you turn and you look because you hear actually drums and horns. Drums from the deep, shrill horns. And they emanate out of the cavern, and it's like, it's low, it's soft, but the thing is that drums and horns, battle horns, they carry a long way. And it's like, anytime any human army or group hears those horns and those drums, they can't help it. It's just a sinking feeling.
Look, guys, there's an army about to pour out of the mouth of that cavern. We need to make some choices now. We need to mobilize. I still think pigs is a good idea because their army's coming out. There's not going to be anybody tending to the flock.
Steps forward into the mouth of the cavern. He brings up his shield, puts one foot back, brings up his sword. For Andrad, for my house, for the south. Everyone roll 20 sided.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. You have your torch lit, you're on your way. And Nev, actually, you have your torch lit, you're on your way, you're leading Nev on the horse. The horse is just barreling through the brambles. As a matter of fact, you get behind the horse. The horse is making its way through the brambles faster than you could. You're making good time. The rest of you, all of a sudden you see as arrows fly out of the cavern entrance, and you're just like, oh, they miss all of you, but it's like you take a step back in absolute shock, not expecting 10 arrows to run. I mean, just black, long, thick arrows with crude feathers on. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. One of them, pang, off the shield of Abdal, who just gets lower, and he says, come, shield wall, with me, now, bring the light forward. And he waits there alone, and there was no one to heed his call. Nev is gone. Vault is dead. Harding is dead. Eric steps forward. There are now 2 people in the cavern entrance. The rest of you are flat-footed. All of you roll 20 sided one more time.
Simpson, I have an idea, but I can't say it.
Nothing but here. 11.
6.
You hear them coming, and it just sounds like an army.
Wow, things just really went unexpected today because we went into the cave full of confidence, and I thought we did really well when we cleared out the tunnels and we found the pigs and we decimated the orcs in the tunnel, and I don't know why we didn't stay in the tunnels. But, the team needed to go out and regroup, and it's a good thing we did because we found a skirmish happening outside, and we lost 2 really good men, and I got all bloodied up. My face is banged up and bleeding out of every orifice, and we're in really bad shape. And to top it all off, it's nightfall, and there are so many dangers in the forest and that come out at night. We don't want to be in the cave. We don't want to be stuck out here out in the open. And now we've got arrows flying right out of the cave, so we are in a really tough spot.
I think if Melina can find that potential, and Caleb seems like there's more to him. I mean, he healed me from a spear. I got stabbed in the chest with a spear, and within moments, it was better. And I don't know if she was talking about me doing that or if it was the priest, but I believe that he had something to do with it. If they can both find their truest potential, then I think that they do have a chance. How much of a chance, I don't know.
In this tight spot, I didn't know what to do. And my character is it's a baby mage, so I'm still learning how to cast spells. And as you can probably see, there's times when I give up on the spells and try to use my sword. So that's kind of like how I felt. Very frustrated sometimes and just very tired.
I mean, we saw a volley, I think, of 10 arrows that first volley. Now, that could be 10 archers in the first line, and there's another line on the left, or it could be just 10 archers. And if there's 10 archers, that means there's one soldier, two soldier per each. Either way, there's only 4 or 5 of us left that are here. And let's say Marlene can get magic off, or Callum somehow finds the willpower and the discipline and the sort of like, belief in himself to actually use some type of magic. I mean, we can't really bet on that. And with 3 or 4 of us fighting as frontliners against this many people, I think we have to run. I think we have to get out of there.
I thought you played your character very well. I'm going to give you a 30. I liked your guy. I liked the choices that you took and the fact that he was imperfect. You on purpose did not play a guy who made every decision right. You on purpose played a guy who was a guy. And I loved it. 30. I'm going to go ahead and give you a 25. The only thing I'm worried about is the constant stream. I didn't want to shut you up just because I love it when players do stuff like that. I just hope I can take it all out in post when I need to.
Yeah, I was kind of trying.
But it's we'll talk about. I'll see if I can do it. But I just love it when players like do shit like that. So I didn't want to shut you down. But we'll say 25. We'll say 25 for you. Just so you know, if you can get this character rocking and rolling, this is like a world changing character. Okay. All right, but the thing is that where you are now I'm not going to lie, this is a really tough spot. Okay, and I'm going to give you a 40. I'm going to give you the cue.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.